Yeah. The GOAT. Logo threes are back, y'all. Logo threes are back like they never left. Caitlin Clark doing it to him. Caitlin Clark is on fire.
The Team USA training camp abruptly changed from a professional setting to a scene of complete mayhem. When Caitlin Clark returned to the court following a torturous injury layoff, fans were already on edge, but no one anticipated the high-stakes drama that ensued. While one player reportedly couldn't take the pressure and left, another stepped up to regain her dominance. After walking out, do you believe Reese deserves to be on Team USA? Tell us in the comments section below. The atmosphere inside the arena changed instantly when Caitlin Clark tied up her sneakers and returned to the court. During her time away, there had been constant chatter questioning whether she could still compete at an elite level after such an extended absence. Her second professional season had been derailed by a series of tough physical setbacks. It began with a groin injury in mid-July, followed by a quad strain, and ultimately a bone bruise in her ankle that sidelined her for the majority of the year. After a historic rookie campaign in which she broke 62 records, she was limited to only 13 appearances. Doubters were already lining up, eager to argue that her explosive debut season had been nothing more than temporary hype.
League is lucky, but Caitlin Clark three-point shot definitely appears to be back. We know she went through a rough stretch where she was like 3 for 30 or something while she was clearly injured. She was clearly injured, didn't have her legs, and she wasn't herself. So it appears that Caitlin Clark is truly back healthy. The three-point shot is back. The logo threes are back. And what I really liked about that second one is that was going right. A lot of Caitlin Clark's threes are coming on a snatch back, going backwards, or to the left, or her going left. You know, she liked to go left to shoot her threes. So the fact that even though it was a catch and shoot, she was still going on the right side and she caught it and knocked it down. That's a good sign.
Seeing her walk onto the floor at Team USA camp felt like witnessing a showcase of pure determination. Any concern about lingering rust disappeared almost immediately within the opening seconds of play. She didn't simply return to action. She was performing on a level that others struggled to match. Her early attempts weren't routine jump shots. They were deep, logo-range strikes that seemed almost automatic. From the sideline, Sue Bird stood with her arms folded, her expression reflecting unmistakable recognition. Bird understands the standard of greatness, and she clearly saw it in the way Clark controlled the game's rhythm as if she had never been away. As Clark's presence began reclaiming the spotlight, Angel Reese's poise appeared to slip. The contrast in their playing styles has always been obvious, but at the Team USA level, fit is not optional. It's essential for winning gold. Head coach Carl Lawson has a clearly defined blueprint for this roster. The system is built on pace, movement, sharp decision-making, and proper floor spacing from every position. That's where the tension emerged. Reese thrives as a classic interior force, yet the modern game is shifting away from stationary post play and waiting in the paint for entry passes. As practice continued, the difference between them grew increasingly obvious. Clark was firing crisp no-look passes to Aaliyah Boston and Jackie Young, keeping the tempo sharp and unpredictable, while Reese struggled to establish any consistent flow. Whenever the entry pass went inside to Reese, the offensive rhythm seemed to stall. She leaned into a physical, power-based approach, but against elite international defenders, strength alone is never enough. Success at that level demands quicker reads and sharper decision-making. In comparison to the rapid pace Clark was dictating, Reese appeared a step behind, almost moving in slow motion. The atmosphere intensified during a full-court scrimmage on the second day of camp. Clark pushed the pace on the fast break with the composure of a seasoned quarterback, delivering precise passes in stride and making the defense appear frozen in place. In contrast, Reese's frustration was becoming more apparent. When she wasn't involved in the play, her body language dipped noticeably. Missed layups and blocked attempts were followed by glances toward the coaching staff, as if assigning blame elsewhere. The display reflected a lapse in composure, prompting veterans in the gym to trade uneasy looks. In many ways, the irony was impossible to ignore. Reese has carefully crafted an image as one of the league's central figures, yet when placed in a structure that required collective sacrifice, the adjustment appeared difficult. Within the Team USA framework, individual status is earned strictly through performance. Clark's level of play was making that statement loudly. She was knocking down step-back threes over double teams, then racing back on defense to disrupt passing lanes and generate steals. Meanwhile, Reese's frustration became more visible. Heavy sighs, visible reactions toward teammates, and a noticeable drop in intensity. The defining moment came during a sequence when Clark pulled up from nearly 30 feet and buried a shot directly in front of the bench. The gym exploded in reaction, all but one player. Rather than celebrating the moment, Reese headed to the sideline, grabbed a towel, and voiced her displeasure to the coaching staff. She was reportedly upset that the offensive system did not highlight her interior strengths and felt that her prior accomplishments were being overlooked. At a Team USA camp, Reese openly criticized the coaches for focusing on the player actively generating points and creating chances. When Cara Lawson tried to offer guidance on spacing and defensive rotations, Reese brushed it off, clearly wanting the offense to revolve around her. Once it became evident that her role would emphasize rebounding, defense, and supporting teammates rather than being the primary option, she made a shocking decision. She walked out entirely, not just stepping aside for a break. The move stunned seasoned veterans like Sue Bird, who built their careers on a team-first mentality. The staff responded with calm resolve, refusing to chase or plead, instead turning their energy toward committed players like Clark and Boston, who remained engaged and focused on the work that mattered. The real highlight of the day was the seamless connection between Clark and Aaliyah Boston, a duo that looked as if they had been teammates for decades. Their pick-and-roll execution was nearly impossible to defend, with Boston reading Clark's eyes perfectly to slip to the rim for effortless layups before the defense could react. This partnership embodies the future of Team USA, built on trust, precision, and complete selflessness. Every score is celebrated collectively. Clark is there to high-five Boston after a bucket, while Boston crashes the boards to support Clark's deep threes. Headlines mean nothing. The scoreboard is everything. Meanwhile, Reese appears preoccupied with personal recognition rather than contribution, highlighting the tragic irony of her pursuit of elite status while missing the essence of team success. Reese demonstrated precisely why she isn't prepared for the highest level of competition. The irony is clear to anyone who follows the sport. She built a reputation as a dominant, tough presence, yet she faltered the moment a teammate outperformed her in a practice setting. Clark, constantly scrutinized under the harshest lens in women's basketball, remained focused, letting her skill and conditioning speak volumes without uttering a word. By the end of the scrimmage, the difference between them was staggering, not a small gap, but a chasm. Looking toward the 2026 World Cup and the 2028 Olympics, the message is unmistakable. The torch has been passed. Caitlin Clark isn't merely an elite player. She's a transformative force, elevating everyone around her or leaving them behind. Angel Reese got left behind, and rather than fighting to catch up, she chose to walk away, a decision that could shadow her international prospects for years. Walking out on Team USA is not something the program overlooks, and there's no guarantee of a warm return. Meanwhile, Clark demonstrated why she belongs at the top, performing at full speed on both ends of the court despite months away. Every drill reflected her focus, discipline, and maturity, qualities Reese failed to display. While one player concentrated on recovery, growth, and contributing to the team, the other was preoccupied with personal recognition. The contrast was undeniable. Clark dominated, looking like the world's best, while Reese seemed to forget that elite status must be earned daily. Ultimately, the camp underscored a simple truth. Greatness cannot be faked, and no amount of social media hype substitutes for effort. Caitlin Clark reclaimed her place, fully, decisively, and with authority. Angel Reese stepped away because the intensity of the competition clashed with her ego. It's a startling development, but perhaps exactly what the team needed to identify who is genuinely committed to winning gold. The idea that Reese matches Clark in influence on the court took a serious blow this week. In a controlled setting under the watchful eyes of top coaches, the disparity was undeniable. One player operates as a transcendent floor general, elevating everyone around her, while the other is a specialist who falters when the pace picks up. By placing her pride above the jersey, Reese made the coach's job effortless. There's no longer any concern about managing her minutes. Now the focus is entirely on the players who show purpose and determination. As Team USA looks ahead to the next international cycle, all eyes will be on Clark and her remarkable comeback. She is the driving force who will lead this team for years to come, turning a series of serious injuries into a story of immediate dominance among the world's best. She didn't rely on hype or a personal brand. All she needed was a basketball and a hoop. Every shot swishing through the net spoke louder than words ever could. Meanwhile, Reese's decision to walk out serves as a stark reminder. Talent opens doors, but character keeps you inside. While she may excel as a rebounder and defender, her behavior at camp revealed she may lack the temperament required for elite international competition.